This morning, as a part of Mental Health Awareness Month, we continue our coffee and conversation series. And this time we focus in on North Texas teenagers and what they face day to day. Our Larry Collins here this morning with this very special report. Larry, good morning to you.
Morning. Yeah, it's all about talking to teenagers this time. And you tell you what, they had a lot to say. Studies show that 1 in 5 adolescents report symptoms of anxiety or depression. And the teenagers we met with said school can compound all of that. In the last few weeks, there have been several shootings surrounding school and school life here in our region. That was front of mind during our conversation with a therapist. I want you to listen in.
So your generation has dealt with some major issues, a global pandemic, school shootings, social issues, racial inequalities, all of these different things that you guys are seeing on a day-to-day basis. In some way, or in what ways have that affected you growing up?
My first year of high school, I was online. The second year, I was online. I missed 2 pivotal years to get me acclimated into high school. I dealt with a lot of anxiety, it was 8th grade, 9th grade, and 10th grade. Going back, I was shaking, I was crying just to come back into school.
I think for one, you mentioned the school shootings. That has definitely impacted me. Now that I am in my teenage years, it's definitely impacted me because I'm scared to go to school. The Roosevelt shooting happened yesterday, and I go to Townview, so it's not that far from my school. It's very scary knowing that these shootings are getting very close to home, and there's not much I can do about it.
I feel like ever since, even when we were in middle school, I always felt like that fear of just walking into school and not walking back out.
I remember at one point I was like, oh, it happened in New York, or happened in Colorado or California, whatever, but now it's happening in Dallas County, and it's like it's getting closer to where we stay, and it's very intimidating.
I mean, every generation has gone through a lot. I will say that my anxiety over it has been iffy. It has, because it sucks to know that I have to go to a place every single day, but then still have to be extremely self-aware, like, is somebody bringing a weapon here? Is somebody doing this? Is somebody doing that? And then kids love to act out. They love to act out and do the most. So I'm just like, I don't know, but for my anxiety, I just feel like this will trigger me, but then it'll also help me grow and develop strength-wise as a person.
Has anyone else been impacted through experiencing a dynamic in the relationship where the exterior doesn't allow you to be open?
I have a very extroverted, social, always talking personality. And with that being said, as I'm going around just being my natural self, a lot of people at school, they can't handle it in a sense. At first, I used to get in my head about that, like, dang, like, am I really that annoying? Can I really not fit in with people like that? But then I had to think again, and I'm like, I have to be confident within myself. There's always going to be somebody for everybody.
And these teenagers, they just kept dropping gems just like that one during our conversation. We want you to join the conversation next hour when we hear more from these young people who are dealing with some very adult problems. Remember, you can find all of our past segments on our website, nbcdfw.com.